You are looking live at Champion Skating Center in Cromwell, Connecticut, where the New Jersey Bandits are getting set for their finale game of the Dawg Daze of Summer tournament by the NGHL. And they will take on the Connecticut Junior Eagles. Hi everybody, it's Joe Rizzo here, bringing you the action on Rizzo Vision as the Bandits look to make it a nicer ride home. Things have not gone their way on the scoreboard, but mostly defensive battles here throughout and playing some stiff competition as they come together as a group for the first time. So overall, the trip has been a success. Defensively, they have been there. And offense, as it has been for most teams in this tournament, is difficult to come by. You have great goalies and a lot of depth here in the red division. Scores so far, 3-0, 3-1, 3-1, and 2-0. Bandits have not been on the right side of it yet. We'll see if that changes today. And the competition is stiff. The Junior Eagles are quite an outfit. You'll get a look at them in a moment. Bandits wearing the black jerseys with the wonderfully easy to see numerals that are bespectacled in glitter, grayish glitter, silver. They have nifty stripes along the sides and black helmets, black pants, and the interesting socks that are multicolored in the front and back in that color scheme, which includes the signature pink. Junior Eagles, there you see them, mostly white with green trim, green numerals. Black helmets abound, except for one with a white helmet. And they will play in front of Nicky Ferraro, at least for the first part of the game. 15-minute periods here. With the 5 games, the goalies have tended to just split it game by game for most teams. But in this game, we could see a goaltender split in the middle to make it an even 2.5 for each. Harper Keenan will guard the net. I think it's going to be a split for the Bandits today, so Lexi Riley will stay ready, and we'll see if she gets in. Both have played extremely well this tournament. They're set for the face-off. Folia on the dot, Sperling on the near side wing. The stick battle on the far side between Scott and Cordamanchi. Bandits bring it in quickly, a shot on goal by Mandy Scott. And the Bandits keep it in down low. Sperling's in front, unguarded, as all 5 Junior Eagles are on the far side. Near side wall, they move it out, Lilenka. And this is Ondi. Ondi gets dumped down there, and it's going to be a penalty. The Junior Eagles, let's see, they're going to call a roughing. I don't know if it was Ondi with the roughing. Let's see. Yeah, that's who it is. So Talia Ondi with the roughing penalty right off the bat, and 30 seconds into the game, the Bandits have a power play. They will keep that same unit out there. On the right side, Mandy Scott's going to take the face-off with Julia Folia along the boards and Jessie Sperling in the slot. When they move to the left side, Folia typically takes the face-off there, and that's mainly just an alignment thing. Folia plays center on the line the way that it's been constituted now. That one fired down by the Junior Eagles, and it's an icing. There is icing in effect in all situations. At this point, it's an anomaly when it's not in effect, because that is what the USA Hockey rules began to dictate 2 or 3 years ago at all levels up to this one. High school rules are different. Wristed on the backhand and kept in by Shoemaker Gromick. Junior Eagles will fire it out, and that'll be another icing unless it goes on net, which it does not. So there's two strategies to that. Sometimes you'll fire that puck down and look to send it sort of right off of one of the players, in which case you get the clear, and it acts in effect like an icing but with no penalty. So if somebody touches it, there's no infraction. Bandits trying to move it in, having a little trouble doing that. Shoemaker Gromick over to Sperling, who sends it back to Scott. Couldn't grab it cleanly, and the puck is sent out by the Junior Eagles. Coach Tim Kepler, assistant coach, saying regroup, regroup. You could maybe hear him. This mic doesn't pick up too much from the outside, which makes it easier for you guys to hear me. 25 seconds left in the power play for the Bandits, trying to get things going here early. Scott looking to get that one forward to Sperling, who was well behind the defense and unmarked and unguarded. They try to get it into the zone, but they can't do that, and they have to change. They'll pretty much give up the rest of the power play in order to do that cleanly. Kepler up to Gabby Rothstein, has McNulty with her on one side. There's a step in, maybe a hit or a check, but no call. Looks like a clean play. Puck was there. Can't check at any level of girls or women's hockey, but contact is a thing. You are allowed to make contact. You just can't close a gap to make any kind of hit with your hands or your body or your hip or anything. There's sometimes these plays where you see one player get the worst of it as Keenan makes her first save. Sometimes when you see a player get the worst of it, you really have to have a keen eye to see if a gap was closed or if it was just a push. Picked off there by Sladish as the Eagles try to get possession. But the Bandits have come out sharp here to begin with, and we'll see how long that goes. Backhander, what a move. Panachuli, Lila Panachuli got that one at the far reaches of her backhand, flamingoed up and blindly sent it on goal. Didn't get a lot on it, but forced Keenan to make a save. Near side wall, they battle for it. Eagles will change their defense as it happens, or at least one on defense. And they manage to keep it in for a moment. Big play by Fernanda Venuto right there to get it snuffed out before a scoring chance could happen and steer it out of the zone. Kepler has it in her own end, tied up by the referee, and she's going to end up having to pay the price for that one because the Junior Eagles grab possession as a result. Quozzo sends it to the far side wall for Ambruzzo. Centering feed, but it goes all the way through to the right point and sent down by Richard. Behind the end line, they battle for it, but it comes to Claus, and Annalise Claus sends it along the far side. Camarada had it. Getting a piece was McSherry. Claus moves it out, but a little too strongly to keep it for herself. Otterbine's out there. She moved the puck forward, pounding. She's going to try to get it into the zone. She got it, and it looked like it was offside, but they let it go. Claus picks it up, can't complete the dump in there, just sort of caught the wrong angle, was trying to send it in off the boards and not right into the player in front of her. There's another bump on Olivia Rothstein, but again, it looked like a clean play. Kepler loses an edge. Can she recover in time? 5-on-5 in the numbers, but that's Lilelka and Kepler. There's a save and a rebound sent wide after the left pad save. Lilelka thought she had that one ticketed. Shot through a screen. It was redirected in front by Andy, but not on net, fortunately for the Bandits. And Sherry on the pressure there. Olivia Rothstein will pick this up behind her own cage and steer it up toward the right wing. Otterbein was there, but it's picked off by Andy. Sends it in front for the one-timer by Pacillo. And Pacilio. If your first name is Gianna, we're going with Pacilio. We'll pronounce the C in Italian. That one's sent down by Claus. Let's see if it dies on its own end or if it is icing, and it is icing, but she almost did have a deft enough touch Not quite, but almost. Folia on the dot. Rizzo on one wing, Bellin on the other. Rothstein and Redmond, the defense pair. Far side corner for Bellin. Couldn't get it cleanly. Gets a little help there, and they'll try to do it over again. Rothstein to Redmond, has to tap it back. Needs help from Folia coming down the middle, and the Junior Eagles pick it up. Battle along the boards. They send it out to the middle. Rothstein let it go through. Any deflection there was not going to help her. Deft move by Merrill, it looked like, whiffing on the shot and allowing Rothstein to send it out. It is not going to go on goal, and it is going to have enough juice to get over the line for the icing. 8:47 left first period. No score. Bandits and the Junior Eagles. Breakfast with the Bandits. What could be better than that? I could tell you what, not having this big black net a yard away from me, ruining the picture. So we will try to paint the word picture for you as best as we can. On Rizzo vision. Batted forward off the offensive zone draw. Wide open in front by herself. Sophia Cuozzo had the backhand, but Harper Keenan saved it. Sperling barreling up the left wing. Just had that puck bounce a little too far for her to keep possession, and that allowed Samantha Richard to pick it up. They'll play it between the neutral zone. Tic-tac-toe their way in, but don't maintain possession. Scott's going to try to hustle over there, sends it behind the unline, but Delio was the one to pick it up. It comes up the near side wall. Here comes Cuozzo again. She has somebody on the other side. Wrist shot, left pad save Keenan. Tried to center it, but sent it off the side of the net. Cuozzo off the net again. Now shovels it in front. Keenan gets one with the right pad. Chips it away. Knocked with just the edge of her stick by Sperling, who skates it out, and she's doing everything she can to get that puck dumped, but she's just hounded, and Toffolo would not let her do it. Junior Eagles will skate it right down the middle. Now swinging wide. Wrist shot. Keenan knocked it down off Geisel's shot. Didn't grab it with the glove. That one pops up, and whistle stops play. Maybe it hit the netting and came back into play. 7:28 remaining. First period, no score. McSherry won the face-off because McNulty jumped in to the spot where the puck went. Goes back to Keenan. She covers up, and they'll do it all over again. And the same result where McNulty jumps in from where McSherry puts it. McSherry has a chance for a break. She needs a little puck luck. It's Camarada actually taken out with the hip right there. Wrist shot, right pad save, rebound, and another save! Oh, a huge chance for the Bandits right there. Camarada, McNulty, and McSherry. Between the three of them, two big shots and a couple of big saves there by Ferraro. One kicking it out with the left, one while sprawling to keep it out of the net. And with 7:05 left in the first, the Bandits are wondering how they're not up 1-0. McNulty steers it out. Olivia Rothstein sends it up to the point, but hustling in was Pacilio, and she kept it in the zone. Rothstein reverses it, but there's only Eagles there. Outside of the circle, centering feed, Rothstein bumps it away. McNulty gets a shin pad on it, and it's a foot race. She's going to be shielded off, takes a whack in the shin pads as she was moving by, and they change. Junior Eagles trying to get it established. This team is up-tempo, and there's a lot of contact and a lot of physicality on the completion of each. This is like what we saw from the Junior Pandas when they played against the Jersey Sharks, the Canadian team. It looks a little chippy. but sometimes you play along the edges, and the ref was just talking to Lelka, maybe saying, hey, if you make more of that contact that way, you're going to get it called next time. But if you're a physical team and that's the way you play, you know that you're probably going to get maybe a little bit more than your share of penalties here and there, but usually the reward is time and space, which are the two most valuable things in hockey. 6:01 left, period one, no score. Bandits in the dark jerseys, Junior Eagles from Connecticut in the white. Bandits move it up and out of the zone. A lot of Junior Eagles there. Claus barrels forward. Her and Gabby Rothstein get it into the offensive zone. Otterbahn was there. Venuto steps into one, redirected by Claus, but the skate of Canachuli kept it from going on net. That one sent through a lot of traffic. Bandits are generating a little bit more offense here in this part of the period. If they can establish a little more possession, they might be able to dent Ferraro, who's made in one sequence 2 spectacular saves to keep the game scoreless. Claus trying to rush Stever. That one sent in offside. 5:03, first period. Breakfast with the Bandits on Rizzo Vision. No score. The ref looking at the two players on that side, and the other two, he's got 2 others that are 2 feet away from the face-off circle. There were 2 players that could have taken the face-off themselves right there, and he wasn't even looking at them. He let them stay right where they wanted to, but he made the others go back, you know, a couple of extra inches. Junior Eagles are going to break out 2-on-1. Shoemaker Gromick is back. They move it up through the circle. Wrist shot, score! Kirsten Ambruzzo on the 2-on-1 takes the shot and beats Harper Keenan above the stick side. And with 4:40 left in the first period, the Junior Eagles grab a 1-0 lead. So they got the 2-on-1 off the far side wall. Ambruzzo carried it in. Got an option in the middle. They have 6 on the ice on the face-off, but they blow the whistle down before that. So no penalty. There's a play. They're trying to send that puck in for Ambruzzo again. That's exactly what happens. Redmond steers her off, and probably because of the nature of the game so far, they didn't whistle her for an infraction. So it's gone even both ways in that term. They get it out of the zone. Scott chips it forward, waiting for a little help. That one fired in offside. You should probably keep that face-off on center ice because of where that puck originated from, and that looks like they will do that. 4:15 left, first period, 1-0 Junior Eagles over the Bandits. McSherry out there with Rizzo and Bellin up front. Olivia Rothstein and Kira Redmond on D. Sent forward. Rizzo nearly picked a pocket there. Just trying to get that puck in behind the D. Junior Eagles bring it in. Sladish, far side wall, looking for somebody. They overload the left side. Every Junior Eagle is on between the middle and the left side of the ice. Saved by Keenan. Chipped forward here. Rothstein looking for Rizzo. Had to send it high off the dasher. Rizzo sent it for McSherry. Rothstein grabs it. Somebody lost a stick. It's a Junior Eagle. Rizzo is going to hustle in and try to put pressure on Whalen. Whalen sends it to the far side wall. Eventually, oh, there's a trip right there. They don't call it. Shoemaker Gromick got tripped, and it's a 2-on-1. Junior Eagles bring it in. Where's a save with the right pad, and a rebound is denied. Pacilio had the first shot. Keenan saved it, and the second one never actually materialized. Chipping it up, but not out, are the Bandits. Bellin gets shrugged off over there. There was the Bandits really should be sitting on a power play right here. A trip that started a 2-on-1 Shoemaker Gromick just got dumped. It was inadvertent, but it's still a trip. Rizzo forces Whalen to send it back rather than up the middle. Knocked away by McSherry, trying to sell out with the body. She gets it. Rizzo trying to put pressure and cause the breakaway right there, but they complete the pass. Wrist shot goes wide by Picilio. Comes to the far side wall. Whalen will steer back into her own zone. Camerata on the pressure. Delio got it through. Delio's got to cover it up again, and she gets there. They move it into the offensive zone. Picilio, centering feed, was looking for Andy, but it was picked off. No icing as the Bandits send it down, and the Junior Eagles retreat. Sent up toward the right point. Rothstein picks it off. Ferraro with the save, and she eventually covers up. She got the blocker on it and was trying to steer the rebound so one of her teammates could pick it up and go. But she had to cover it up. 1:59 left first period. 1-0 Junior Eagles over the Bandits on Breakfast with the Bandits. 5 games in about 2.5 days. Some of those legs will need rest, and some of the voices will need rest after this. The Eagles break it out. O'Byrne, she'll gain the line in the offensive zone. Camerata steers her off of possession, sent toward the point. But again, look at this. Every player on the ice is on the left side. If you bisected the ice, you would see them all there. That's an offside. And they will bring it out of the zone. You can hear one of the fans say all the way back. And what he means by that is if it's an intentional offside, like if you know it's going to be offside and you still put the puck in, it's referee discretion as to whether they can take the faceoff all the way back to the defensive zone. It happens on occasion, and in certain parts of the country, it happens more often than not. If you play in central New York, like in the Syracuse, Oswego area, they will make almost every offside intentional. And they will really penalize you for being offside. In most of the other places on the East Coast, they typically don't do that. It's just a rarity. It happens, just not often. Popped up and out, a couple of sticks in the air trying to knock it down. None of them complete it. Camerata tries to swat that one away, but the Eagles get it in. Quotzo's shot was knocked down. It didn't go on goal. Gabby Rothstein picks it up behind her own net, moves it forward with the body, and gets it to Camerata. McNulty trying to break out. She's just run into right there. And again, if they're calling it by the letter of the law, that's going to be interference, but here they are just letting everything go. Not a big infraction, just something to watch when you play against teams that are more physical. They'll try to get in your way and bump you and hit you here and there. Just impede your progress a little bit. Olivia Rothstein, big collision over there with Ellen Bartow, and both seem to be none the worse for wear. Wrist shot from the point hits the behind friendly fire of Kirsten Ambruso, and the period expires. So after one, it's 1-0 Junior Eagles, and the Bandits could very well have had this game in a tie after one because of one sequence where Nikki Ferraro made one unbelievable save and then another one moments thereafter. If you like what you see and you want to see more, hit the subscribe and alerts button. And every time we go live on Rizzo Vision, you will know about it. And every time we upload content, you will get an alert as well. The drill typically is the live stream qualities are very often subject to being not as good quality. Of course, there's nothing I can do about the netting, but sometimes it gets a little choppy here and there, and There's usually a cleaner copy of the game that I can put up later on. It's not always the case, but it's mostly the case. And for the first 4 games of this tournament, it has been the case, and I expect that to be no different for this one. So if you're looking for the link of this game later on, it might not be the one that you started with. It might be a different one, but if you're on the Rizzo Vision YouTube page, you should be able to find it. The games are sequenced in date order. That's usually the name of the game in terms of the YouTube name. So, for instance, this one is 8/27/23 for August 27th, 2023, NJ Bandits versus Connecticut Junior Eagles. So that's a good way to locate games now and in the future and in the future past, whatever that is. Getting ready for period 2, and we are underway. Fully on the face-off dot. Eagles will move it in. Send it at Keenan. She's just going to knock it down with the blocker and cover it up. So an interesting thing we've seen from a bunch of these teams here at the Dawg Daze of Summer tournament showcase, whatever you call it. A lot of teams will have set plays right off of the opening face-off of the period. They'll try to stack a wing on the side and just win a face-off, like swat it forward into the offensive zone and have somebody chase after it. And that's what they were trying to do there, and they sent it in, but Harper Keenan kind of sniffed it out and covered up that puck to get a quick reset. If you're just tuning in, we're glad you are. Bandits in the dark jerseys, Connecticut Junior Eagles in the white. To make it simple, near side wall. Eagles will move it up and through the zone. Kind of truly had moved it forward. It gets into the offensive zone now, and they try to set up. Coach for the Eagles wants them to shoot it. Does not get his wish, but they still have possession. Centering feed knocked away by Venuto. First with the skate, then with the stick. Wrist shot, friendly fire. Sladish was in the shooting zone there, the shooting lane. She wanted to redirect it with her stick. Instead, she blocked the shot with her body from her teammate. Bandits get it out of the zone, but the Eagles have a chance to regroup, and they catch the Bandits on a change here. Bandits hustling back to clean it up, but it almost cost them as Andi was in front and trying to redirect that puck. If she had gotten a clean stick on it, it's 2-0. Here comes Gabby Rothstein off the boards to herself, and now forced to hustle back to the end boards to get it, but there's 2 Eagles there. And the Eagles will break out 2-on-2. Now 3-on-3, and now it's a gaggle. Or, I don't know. I should have looked up the word for when there's a bunch of Eagles. McNulty gets pushed from behind to force the offside. Had this been, say, a British soccer match, McNulty probably would have lost her stick, thrown both of her hands up in the air and dove forward like she was hit by sniper fire, and it might have drawn a penalty for a cross check. Instead, the girls just play hockey. On the whiff, Camerata picked it up, tried to center it right away from McNulty, but no connection. Moved up and out by the Eagles, but now Shoemaker-Gromick gets it. And a little ping pong in the neutral zone. Camerata is going to get this. Again, all the players on the left side of the ice. If you bisected that thing, you see that happening often here in this game, the overload on one side. If you're wily enough and you see it happen while you're on offense, you can sneak to the other side of the ice and kind of have it all to yourself. Wrist shot, Keenan saw it, didn't get it cleanly, but she made the save. Centering attempt goes off the backside of the net. McSherry trying to get it. Usually the rule is they have 3 seconds to get it off of the backside of the netting there. And if 3 seconds expire, they blow the whistle. That is what the rule is, but the referees certainly have different interpretations. Some refs will see that puck get on there and they'll blow it immediately, and other refs will let them go the full 3 seconds, usually not more. Wrist shot, redirected in front, but O'Byrne can't get it to go in. One-timer brilliantly, but a big save by Keenan. Lila Panichuli came right into the middle of the slot. She Ovechkin'd it. She got down on a knee on the blast and got a lot on it, but Keenan saw it. The Eagles try to work the give and go. Now they'll work a high cycle, move it to the opposite side. Wrist shot goes over the net, comes to the near side wall. They battle for it there just out of view. And now moved up. Panichuli, wrist shot. That one deflected by Redmond. Comes to the near side point. Panichuli has it, kept it in deftly. She used every bit of the circumference of that puck to keep it in. It was almost out, but she got it. The whole puck has to cross out over the blue line into the neutral zone for that to be an offside infraction or to force the players to come out of the zone. Redirect attempt at the left post, and this is a big long possession here, which is bad news for the Bandits. They got to get a frozen puck or get this thing out of the zone. Wrist shot saved by Keenan. Eagles will reload. Slapper on the turnaround. Keenan makes the save. Pinned along the boards there. Olivia Rothstein's going to get it. She takes the free area and sends the puck there. Didn't have to ice it, but maybe even an icing would help because they can't get it far enough out to change. And Rizzo, wrist shot. Keenan covers it up, gets a snow job there, and then Olivia Rothstein clears Ambruso out of the crease. She has the lone goal in this game with 10:23 left in period number 2. And the Bandits get that much needed change. Folia with Bellin and Rizzo up front now. Shoemaker Gromick on D with Venuto. Knocked down as they get it out. Rizzo in pursuit. And the defenders play catch for a moment and move it forward into the zone. This is Quozo. She had a big scoring chance earlier in the game. And she will move it along the end boards there. Battled for along the boards. And moved forward by Bartow. Bartow has it again. Quozo trying to get open in the center, but they play it down low. Ambruso looking to spin. Gets it back to Quozo. Centering feed. One-timer. Off and in. Or is it? No whistle. It looked like the puck was in from here, but I guess it never went in. What a save by Keenan, and a little bit of puck luck there. It looked sure as anything like Bartow had put it in, but I guess the puck sat right along the line in open space, and once Keenan discovered where it was, she covered it up. The Eagles players started to raise their hands in celebration, and now they're lining up in the wrong face-off dot, which would be a big advantage for the Bandits. Drop the puck, drop the puck. 4:37 left, period 2. Bandits trailing 1-0. They materialized a little bit more offense in the first period, have not had so much of it here in period number 2. It's been a little bit of the story here in some of these early games. And in the period of the long change, it gets a little bit more difficult. I'll explain what that means in a moment. That one's sent down. Will it have enough to get icing? No. And Ferraro plays it. Hop fly toward the middle, knocked down with the shaft of the stick. Venuto waits for her teammates to clear the zone. Sends it from the far side to the near side, and it's batted in by Skylar Toffolo. Gabby Rothstein will jump along the end line to pick it up. She'll try to go right up the middle of the ice, and she dangles. It's a 3-on-1. Rothstein Over to Sperling. Looking to get it to the middle in front. Rothstein tries to backhand it in the redirect, but it bounced right just as her stick blade was there. This is going to be an icing. Bandits out of nowhere materialized a 3-on-1 and nearly convert it. Sherry on the dot, McNulty in the slot, Camerata on the near side wing, Kepler, and Olivia Rothstein right to left on D. Eagles win the face-off, bang it up along the boards. Ruleika moved it forward, and they move it into the zone, streaking into the middle, but knocked down by Rothstein. Cucilio was coming down the middle, waiting for that pass, but Rothstein made it never happen. Camerata, 3-on-3 here. McSherry's going to pick it up outside, takes a shot. Ferraro knocks it down. She saw it all the way, knocked it down and covered it up. She was looking to play that puck. You could tell a goaltender is sharp when they are trying to control that rebound, and both goaltenders are now switching out with 7:53 left, and you can see Lexi Riley now will guard the goal to your left, and Steph Ionescu on the right. So good job by the first two. Let's see how the second two do. Eagles will break it out. Chipped along the boards, and now they get it in. Ondi has it, loses an edge. Bandits try to fill the gaps here. Oh boy, check right there. Camerata just got shoved right down. That was more than a push right there. Sent in offside. Camerata saying, hey, what is that? If you have your hands on the player, it's a push. If you start the motion without making contact, it does count as a check. It's essentially a punch. Camerata is going to skate it in. Try to get it over to McSherry or McNulty. This shot goes wide. Riley not tested yet. As we're down to 7 minutes left in period number 2. Bandits trailing 1-0. Camerata will gain the zone. Sends it for McNulty. McSherry's going to get it instead and can't get it through all the traffic over there. Chipped up, but Venuto snuffed that one out and sends it in. Trying to hustle back and make sure she doesn't get beat on the back line rather than pursuing it though. She retreats into a defensive posture. McSherry uses the body to get it. Sends it into the zone, trying to work the dump. Camerata is going to pursue and then allow the change. McSherry knocked that one into the zone offside, and she's lucky that she didn't get her team called for too many on the ice. Maybe McNulty got off the boards faster, but it looked like McSherry maybe should have given herself up there as the change was happening. Her player had jumped over the boards to replace her. And if that happens, it's okay if you just ignore the puck, even if it hits you, and you're that close to the bench. If you're 8 feet away from the bench and the puck hits you like that and your replacement player has come out, they're going to call you for it every time. Eagles trying to work it down low. Comes to the point, kept in nicely by Delio. Gets in front. Riley has her first look. A headhunter goes over the height of the crossbar, and now they battle for it on the near side. That one jumped over the stick at the point where Bartow was. That one sent in. It's not going to be icing because it hit Delio's stick. Goes up to the point and skipped over Folia's stick. Shoemaker-Gromick sitting on the red line. Tries to use the hand to move it forward, or at least to keep possession. Eagles break it in, but Bandits have good numbers getting back. Wrist shot goes off the side of the net. She tried to lift it and get it over the left shoulder of Lexi Riley, but it didn't happen. clearing attempt doesn't work as Shoemaker Gromick now tries to recover in the corner and onto the far side half boards. Canuto picks it up, sends it along the boards for Claus. She chips it up but can't get it out. Eagles will bring it in. Wrist shot. Riley got a piece of it and sends it wide as we come under 5 minutes now left. That one tipped in front and it jumps over Riley's glove, and that makes it 2-0 for the Junior Eagles with 4:52 left in the second. Leading the Selly is Jayla Stever. She's going to get credit for the goal. I guess maybe, I don't know if it was redirected in front. It looked like it changed direction there. Riley tried to get it with the glove. It hit the heel of the catching glove and jumped into the top left corner of the net. So the deficit mounts. Gabby Rothstein up front with Bella Bellin and Louisa Rizzo. Olivia Rothstein on lefty, Morgan Kepler on the right as they face it off. Effectively working as a dump-in. But let's see if that gives the Bandits a little room to get it out. Kepler knocks it away. Rizzo coming to the point, blocks that one down. If she can get moving, she's got a chance. Just didn't really have the step, but good defensive play by Rizzo, blocking the point shot. That gives your team a little bit of room, especially when you can get the puck out. But the best example of good things that can happen when that play occurs was in yesterday's early game when Jessie Sperling did it. She blocked a point shot there. She was able to block it with her left shin pad. It ricocheted along the boards. She had a breakaway and she converted it. Close range shot, 1-2, and in for Sofia Quozo. And somebody's down right there. Oh boy, this looks like Quozo. She might have hit the side of the net. I don't know if they called it a goal. Looked like there was a celebration going on. And now Quozo gets to her knees, just shaken up here for a moment, hopefully, and thankfully, Quozo gets to the bench under her own power. She'll take a seat over there. And Kepler is being sent off. So I have the benefit of being able to hear the referee's discussion here. So Kepler gets sent off, a match penalty for hitting from behind as she drove Quozo into the post head first. As we get the poses at the middle of the ice, Sperling and McSherry. Now Mandy Scott getting a little airtime. So Kepler is lost for the rest of the game. It's 3-0, so Quozo gets the goal. She is at the bench area with her gloves off, but she did get to the bench under her own power. It's 3-0 now with 4:01 remaining in period number 2. So the referees now will come over to the scorer's table. Bellin will jump into the box to serve the penalty with Kepler ejected from the game. That also will shorten the bench on defense. But with 5 defensemen, it's less of an issue, and now they'll just be down to 4 for the last 19:01 of hockey time. It should be a 4-minute major with the 15-minute penalties. And let's see, the penalty box on the visitor's side is open, probably because the referee is down there discussing it with the scorer's table. So once you see the door there on the left become closed, that will be how the penalties get sorted. So on a major penalty, a team can score as many times as possible, and you don't get the relief of manpower. So, and because of the 15-minute periods, a major penalty is 4 minutes. So 4 minutes on the board of penalty time. Bella Bellin will be in the box serving it for Morgan Kepler, who was forced off the ice and to the locker room. And here comes the power play for the Eagles, who have a 3-0 lead now. They'll start to spread out and now come toward the middle. Sperling up front with Scott, Olivia Rothstein and Kira Redmond on D. Eagles will work it high. They'll switch spots on defense there, 16 and 18, but they keep it in, Whalen and Cordomanchi. Try to work it in front. Rothstein had maybe a clear, but it hit off the leg of the referee. Cordomanchi sends it for the one-timer. Well, Whalen didn't really one-time it. She gathered it, got it through traffic. Riley made the save and covers up. So the first 51 seconds of the major have been killed off. This has made the mountain further difficult to summit. 3 have been the max that the Bandits have allowed in any contest here. That one will not be an icing. The puck, first of all, won't get all the way down. Second of all, it hit one of the Eagles as it was coming out of the zone. McSherry knocks down the breakout attempt. Gabby Rothstein got a piece of it as well. Not letting them get into the zone is a good way to kill penalties and forcing the Eagles to retreat and restart. And here they go. 2:40 left on the major. 3-0 Junior Eagles over the Bandits, who are on the ropes here. Wrist shot gets knocked down in front, friendly flyer. It eventually gets to the net. Wraparound attempt rebuffed by Shoemaker Gromick. Comes to the point, looking to tee it up. And that's Delio, gets down low. She got through traffic, and Riley made the save with the right pad. Delio again, looking to get it through traffic. Does, redirected in front, and they score. Lila Panichuli gets the redirection off the shot from between the points by Delio. Delio leads the charge on the Selly line, but that was Panichuli's goal, looked like from here. I don't think that puck was going to redirect in that angle without her stick being there. So 2:10 left in the period and the penalty. The Bandits will play it 4-on-5 unless there is a penalty to the Eagles. And that's because it's a major. So 1 power play goal so far in the major makes it 4-0. 2:10 left in the second. Redmond fires it off the wall on the far side. Eagles will now break in. That's Bartow. Along the far wall, Redmond steers her away from the puck. Fires it off the glass. It hits the stanchion and comes to the right circle, but they are able to knock it out. McNulty will pursue. Eagles send it up, but through 2 zones and into the wickets of Olivia Rothstein. Sent in. It's going to be no icing. That's a break for the Bandits because Camerata was looking to pass to McNulty. She was about 4 feet behind the center line. Sent the pass a little too far, but they let go the icing. Portamanchi sends it in off the dasher. Rothstein had a piece of it. Redmond gets it, sent it toward the point. Thought she had an open spot, but it was kept in at the time by Pemrick. And Portamanchi retreats over to Pemrick. Pemrick waits, but waited a little bit too long. McNulty can't get the dump in. And here's Cuozzo, none the worse for wear. So she was the recipient of the hit from Kepler that was ruled a match penalty, and she is back out there. So fortunately, no injury there. That one looked like it hit the gloves of the Eagles and out of play on the bench, even though it went back in. And because the Bandits fired it out, they will keep the face-off in the defensive zone. Scott and Sperling up front, Shoemaker, Gromick, and Venuto on D. Bandits down to 4 defensemen for the remainder. Shoemaker, Gromick slides into third. She's safe, but they don't get possession. Riley smacked that one away, and that was a really nice play on the centering feed by Lexi Riley. Mandy Scott gets it to center, dumps it in, trying to pursue it again. Still in pursuit, trying to fight like a dervish for whatever she can get. Gets interfered with over there, but as you can imagine, there's not going to be probably a call. With the waning seconds here of the period, Cuozzo took a shot. She'll try to center it if she can, and maybe they'll run out of time. They're out of time. That would not have counted had it gone in, but the period and the major penalty have both expired, and the Junior Eagles from Connecticut hold a 4-0 lead heading into the third. Good time to remind you to subscribe. We're early in the season. A lot of you new to the channel, just getting used to it. Get a lot of questions at the start of each season. How do I watch? How do I know when you're coming on? You know, the best way is if you subscribe. And then if you have an idea of when the games are, then typically you can see them scheduled sometimes a day in advance, maybe sometimes a few hours in advance as upcoming. And there's a way to scroll through on mobile or on your desktop device. That would show you a playlist. You can look at the playlist for the New Jersey Bandits 2023-24 season. You can find all the videos there. And there's also upcoming, which if you click those links, even if the live stream has not yet started, then you'll be on there for when it does start. And then later on, sometimes the link for the live stream might not be available to you, but if you go to the playlist, you'll see a higher quality copy of the game. So back to 5-a-side here. And the Bandits off the face-off will bring it in. Jessie Sperling fires one at Steph Ionescu, who I don't know if she has seen a shot yet since she has come in with 7:53 left in the second period. That one's sent down, and it's going to be an icing. So maybe this is the first best chance here in the third for the Bandits to get on the board. Folia on the dot, Scott in the slot, Sperling on the half boards. They're allowing the, and now he makes them not cheat. in for extra space, comes to the point. Rothstein tees it up, wrist shot. Ionescu, oh, it hit off the glove and went over the crossbar. So Ionescu's first touch was not as clean as she would like, but she likes the save. And that puck jumps out of play. And here's the overload set, the unmarked player on the far side. They're going to try to just whack this puck. So Pacilio is just going to try to whack the puck forward. Folia prevented her from doing that, and there's a hit into the boards. It knocks open the gate, and the whistle stops play. Was it because of the hit, or was it because the gate dislodged over there? The puck was there. They were both pursuing it. I don't know if a penalty was called or not, but getting up slowly and heading to the bench under her own power is Maya Lilyelka. Seems to be okay. Andi brings the stick over to her. So I guess the door got dislodged after, so that's where Kepler was forced to leave the ice. Venuto is saying, why is that a check? It just ran the player into the boards with the puck there, and they call the check. Referee telling Fernanda to relax, but I think because of the dynamics of the play, it looked a lot worse than it was. You had a player that was shaken up there, but it didn't look like Venuto checked the player. It looked like she was just going for the puck and got the hip in there first on the angle. So a power play again, this one 1.5 minutes, and Venuto will be in there. The Bandits hope for the whole time, which means they've kept the puck out of the net. Riley with the save off the offering from Stever. As they work the low cycle in front, trying to get somebody right at the boards. Bandits are really, really packed in, and let's see if the Eagles use that to their advantage. Olivia Rothstein's going to grab it, steer it along the boards as we're down to 51 seconds on the penalty and 13:30 in the game. Bandits down 4-0. Junior Eagles just trying to work everything down low. They fire it over the crossbar. Comes to the near side, Stever keeps it in. Quozo picks it up. Quozo will go to the point, and this is going to really open things up down low. They keep 3 down low, and now they work it along the end line. Bandits not biting, and now once the player with the puck falls, Pacilio, Scott had gone over there, but still they're holding very, very, very down low. A lot of traffic in front. Left pad saved by Riley, and she covers it up between the pads. And there's a push to the face mask after the play's over. Pacilio pushed Olivia Rothstein right in the face mask, and they'll let her get away with that one. 8 seconds left in the power play. 12:51 in the game. 4-0 Junior Eagles. McSherry won the face-off. Gabby Rothstein was over there. Riley with the save. Venuto jumps out of the box. The door is not closed. The door to the penalty box is not closed, so hopefully the referee sees that. And she is going over there. The near side ref does not see it. Bandits now in pursuit in the offensive zone. Bandits trying to close it. Rizzo trying to get it closed, but that's maybe even not as good. Let's see if somebody's going to try to jump in there and get it closed. Bandits will move it forward. Looks like Rizzo with the MacIver move with her stick somehow got the latch closed. That's the most impressive thing I think I've seen all tournament. Regrouping in the defensive zone. Junior Eagles send it up through a host of players. Venuto picks it up, spins away, sends it over for Redmond. Up the middle, couldn't complete it. 2 defensemen 3 Eagles in pursuit, but the Bandits get it out of the zone. Nifty pass forward. Quotzo tees it up. Riley gloves it down, 1-on-4. And the glove of Lexi Riley keeps it a 4-0 game. $11:21 remaining. After this, it'll be 2 to 3 hours ride home for probably most of the Bandits' families. That puck pops into the netting. Let's see if they could retrieve it. They can't. And the refs usually have another one, if not in their pocket, then over by the scorer's table. That vulcanized rubber from sitting in the referee's pocket, not going to be as cold as a puck that has been played with here for a while. As Otterbein tips it out, Claus is going to be the first in pursuit. Looking for the sweep, almost got it. That one brought in offside. Now Folia had the stick touch on that, but she was pursued there by Skylar Tofolo. If Tofolo's stick had been the one to bring that in, it would not have been an offside. Although referees often will miss that call because it happens quickly and in real time, and they're used to seeing a puck go in and immediately blowing the whistle. Folia comes in, takes a wrister. Ionescu with the save, got either the right pad or the right blocker on it. Only one blocker, but it's on her right hand as she catches conventionally. Bandits would love to at least walk out of here without a 0 on their offensive leisure, as Riley makes the save, knocked it down with the blocker and covered it up as it hit the ice. And here comes McSherry with Bellin and Rizzo. In a defensive zone draw with 10:27 left in the contest. Goes along the boards on the far side. Chipped up there and they get it out. Rizzo knocks it away, forces the turnover. Rothstein back toward Rizzo's area, but a little too much sauce on that one, or because it's Sunday, maybe we call it a little too much Sunday gravy. This one's sent down for an icing. And with 9:56 left, see if that group stays out. They do. Eagles as the home team, they have the benefit of the late change. Means they're allowed to change right up until the referee says no, and they can wait for the other team to make the change. Slapper, Riley gets it in the wickets and holds on. 4 seconds elapse in the sequence. Do it again, Sam. That was Sam Richard at the left point. That one knocked down by Redmond, and it doesn't go to Richard. It comes to the near side wall. Rizzo gets boarded from behind, but not hard enough to draw a penalty. So that's a good job by Connecticut player. You got to hold up when you can read the name on the back of the jersey. Bellin gets a piece. Bellin gets tripped up. Where's the call? Oh my goodness. Bellin was either off to the races or was going to spring Rizzo for a break. Just gets the skates taken right out from under, and they just don't call it. Long pass. Petrulio looking for some room. Widens the grip, sends it to the point. Scott up there, McSherry goes to the far side corner. Rizzo blocks the pass to Panichulo, who goes toward the point, gets it there, not cleanly, but between the points, firing, was Whalen, sent it wide, or was looking for the redirection. Actually, it looked like it was going toward the net and was redirected wide. 8:27 remaining. Period 3, 4-0 Eagles. That's the way we entered this period. Gabby Rothstein with Jesse Sperling and Mandy Scott. Let's see if they can get some offense going there. 3-on-3 heading into the offensive zone. Sperling with a little room, there hasn't been much. Rothstein on the drop pass, spinning on the boards. Shielded off there nicely by Ambruso. And the Bandits will regroup. D to D in the skates, the soccer player Rothstein. And the other soccer player Rothstein. One using the skates, the other using the stick and the skates. Sent right up the middle, sister to sister. It's called twinning. Both players losing an edge on the near side at the point. They blow the whistle. And called either an offside or maybe the puck popped out. I didn't really see what happened there, why they blew the whistle, but they're taking the face-off outside of the zone as Kira Redmond falls coming off the bench. That's going to be a fine in the Kangaroo court. So Kira, get your quarters out and put them in the jar. Not sure if there is a Kangaroo court or if there is, who's running it. Camerata hustling over. Can't get there fast enough to get the possession, but didn't allow an easy zone entry, that's for sure. As we tick down to 7:13 remaining in the game, 4-0 Connecticut Junior Eagles leading the Bandits. McNulty picks the pocket of Sladish from behind. But the story here is in this red division, there's going to be another penalty here. It looks like it's going to be a hook. And they don't blow the whistle. A couple of Bandits touched it. Now Venuto gets it, and that's the whistle. Oh, they call it rough. But they were going to call a hook there. And the Bandits will be shorthanded for 1.5 minutes. Venuto with the roughing call. Didn't really see where it was happening. Maybe it was off the puck there. So what you hope for from the referees is, all you could hope for is consistency, and there's a lot of rough stuff that's going on there, sort of within the play or behind the play, and a lot of it initiated by the Eagles, but they play that way. That's just the way that they play, which is fine, but there could be some consequence now and again to it. And like there, is that a roughing, you know? And that's offside, they let it go. So when the penalties all seem to be going one way, and one team is equally as physical or consistently as physical, it makes you wonder where the line is, and that becomes confusing for the players. Slapper, Riley with a great save and gets run into, and they're going to call the roughing there. Looks like they will. Referee did make the signal. So it seems like the line has been drawn here, and that's about equal from what Venuto was called for. They call the roughing on Sydney Cordamanchi, and the roughing in this case was Riley was prone. She made a very good save. We shouldn't overlook that. Through traffic, it was high up. She shrugged the shoulder on it and covered the rebound. Olivia Rothstein was at the top of the crease using her body to shield, and Cordamanchi came from behind and just shoved Rothstein right into the prone Riley. So we'll go 4-on-4. for about half the time. Sperling off the feed, centering attempt. Olivia Rothstein and Logan Shoemaker-Gromick on D. Mandy Scott and Jessie Sperling up front. Wrist shot, score. A lethal snipe by Maya Lilyelka. 4-on-4 makes it 5-0. That was absolute sniper fire from number 5. I mean, she did not give Riley a chance in America at getting that puck. Came up the right wing, had a little open space, and just absolutely unloaded a guided missile into the top 90-degree angle of the net. So 4-on-4 for another 15 seconds, and then the Bandits will get a power play, and the goal here at this point for sure is to get on the board and then have a safe trip home. Venuto exits the box, and it doesn't close once again, not without her best effort. Here comes McNulty trying to get it through for Folia. She gets shouldered off there. Comes to neutral ice. Bandits looking to move it forward and get it set up. McNulty, Rothstein, and the scorekeeper jumps over and closes the box, thankfully. Might be out of picture, but literally just below us here, the penalty box. Kept in by a hair by Pacilio, looking to center it 4-on-5 for another 5 seconds. Keenan warning her teammates that the penalty is about to expire. But the puck is already in the offensive zone, centering feed blocked away. Bandits here in a little bit of a shell, as they couldn't generate anything on the power play, but we'll see if they could get a chance or two before it's all over. 4:10 remaining as we tick down. 5-0. Junior Eagles lead it. The result in terms of the win or loss or tie, well, there wouldn't have been a tie, they would have gone to a shootout, has been long decided here, but now it's a matter of learning and pursuit over numbers for the remainder, and that's what this weekend has been about in the red division. Wrist shot, big save by Riley, as Ambruso, who opened the scoring in this game, was trying to ticket that top corner, but Riley slings the leather and denies it. Clock is running now, I guess with a 5-goal gap in the third period with less than 10 minutes. That might be what the rule is for the Dawg Daze of Summer tournament. Near side wall. Comes to the point now, fired wide. Shoemaker-Gromick over there, battling. Skylar Toffolo, which alliterates with Tyler Toffoli, the New Jersey Devils, one of their new pieces as they make their hopeful run to the Stanley Cup this season. Junior Eagles keeping it in the offensive zone. Venuto fires it down. Claus shields off the defenseman enough to get the puck out of the zone. Otterbein over there in pursuit. Comes out to neutral ice again. Claus, they send that one back into the zone, and let's see if Claus can make that a gift. At least they make the Eagles go the full length. Otterbein centers for Claus. She was trying to redirect it. Wouldn't have had much juice on it, but if you get the goalie moving in one direction and you redirect it in the other, you don't need a heck of a lot. That one's sent in, onside and no icing. Shoemaker-Gromick fires it up. Neutral ice and now into zone. Pacilio, she gets that wide base going when she's skating, which allows her an extra bit of puck handling that most of the players on the ice, as good as they are, can't quite equal. Eagles break it in, wrist shot save, and Riley holds on. Portamanchi was looking to finish that play, and Chuli was alone in the middle of the ice, and that made Riley's job a lot easier because a pass probably results in one going in the back of the net. Minute 12 left, clock running, play stops, but the clock runs. Comes to the point. Rizzo was over there in pursuit, forced the pass rather than the shot. Kick move there. They go to the point, and they play catch over there. Whiffed on it for a moment. Rizzo thought she had a chance to run with it. Couldn't quite do it. Getting instruction from Coach Amanda right now. Luisa Rizzo, bottom right of your picture. Close the gap, and sent back out there for the last 30 seconds. Rothstein to Rothstein on the face-off. Battled for as they come out of the corner. Olivia doesn't let her come straight out. Shot goes off the outside of the post as we tick down to 18 seconds. Let's see if we could get one more rush for the Bandits before they head home on the Dawg Daze of Summer Tournament. Gabby Rothstein comes in and they call it on the offside. Just let it go. That's going to end the game as the final 3 seconds tick off. Not the way that you want to end it, but that will be the tournament. It is a wrap. We are glad you joined us for every moment of it, however many moments of it there were, if it was just for this last minute, if it was for all 5 games, or if it was for none of it and you're watching it on demand later. We're glad that you checked it out. You can check out all the Bandits games here, hopefully, as many as I can do, on Rizzo Vision for the rest of the season. And until the next one, which I think is in a couple of weeks, right? I think they're off for the Labor Day weekend and then back at it in the second weekend of September somewhere. Do we know where?
Yeah, down in Sewell.
At Sewell, in Sewell, New Jersey.
Actually, college.
Against Rowan University's club team. So that will be another great test for Coach Grace Potash and her Charges with the best uniforms. I'm not even going to say in the league. I'm easily saying the continent of North America, as Harper Keenan takes a spill. And Harper, you get your quarters now for the Kangaroo Court because you have been caught doing the fall and taking the step. That is going to do it from the weekend of Dawg Daze of Summer in first Northford, Connecticut, and now Cromwell, Connecticut. This is Joe Rizzo. Thanks for watching New Jersey Bandits hockey on Rizzo Vision.